Hi scrappy friends, this is Hannah and I am wanting to share with you my February for the Love of Homemade Kits kit. I had a rough last half of January, which seemed like to be a whole year, but I didn't want to forget to share this with you before it got too late into February because I am excited to move on to a new month. So I have a ton of stuff, like always. Hopefully it will, work out. No. I'm excited for this month and all of that stuff. So one of the things, and I don't have the sheet with me, and I should have printed it off. But so one of the things that we had for this month's kit was a thing that Christina had made up for us. I'm gonna put I have my stuff mostly in here. I have a couple of other things that aren't in there that are gonna be a part of my kit. So, like every month, we're gonna start off with a set of recipe suggestions. Sorry for that noise. There is not really much I can do about it. Let's see here. Let's see if I can find it. No, that was January. Let's see. I guess I'm not prepared at all. Okay, so we have a recipe that I will make sure I have a link so that you can get a hold of it. So that, no, that's not it either. There it is. Okay. So here is the February thing. It looks like this. Christina designed it. It's super cute. Okay. So we always start off the month with the recipe. And that's how we build our kits. It really helps me just have a focus for my kit, or otherwise I'll add everything. So one of the things on the list is some kind of just cardstock, which I don't use much of. So this is basically what I have. I'm sure I probably somewhere have something else. But this is all I could really find. I'm not going to look for more because I probably don't really have much. And it should go pretty well with what I have in my kit. So this is not what I used as my starting off point, but I thought that it would go well. And there's a gray sheet. So this is a few, but they're not full, so it'll work out. The first paper that I actually started off with was this. It's not even a full sheet. I do have a little half a part of one somewhere. I'm not sure where it is. A part of one that's going to go with this. So one of the patterns that we have is a large multicolored floral that we could cut out. So this is what I was thinking. I'll probably cut out these. I also have in my stash some pieces that, whoops, as you are getting now, all crazy, dizzy. Yeah, so I figured I'd cut these out. I could use them. They're really, really bright. So this is what I'm using for my kit. I also have, the other side is this really cool geometric type pattern. It's really nice and bright. So to go with that, we also needed a pattern that had at least 3 or more colors. So I found a piece. It's not even a full piece, but it goes really well with this, doesn't it? It goes really well. So it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It has a lot of colors. So this is going to go with it, but because I wanted some more stuff that also fit that criteria, because I'm an overachiever, which is fine with me. So I also picked out this paper. It is a little bit more muted, but it has multiple colors and it's a full sheet. So I probably would not even use this other side. So I thought, hey, I could figure out a way to use this. This would be really fun to even cut like these strips out or something, or use the whole thing. I also have this other sheet that has multiple colors. It also is a text, which one of the patterns is a text background paper. So it has it hits two things. So I figured I would stick that in there. It goes really well with this as well. So we will see. Let's see. I have quite a few. I added some extra stuff just because I did. For another text, I picked in this LA Studios paper. It's really simple, black and white. It'll go really well with this. So I have that. Let's see. For another large floral, I think I'm going to add this one in as well. I just got this today, but it kind of goes with this. And I don't know. If I use it with something like this, it could work really well. So this is Stampin' Up. I got a couple of their packs recently. And it's a really, really beautiful, and it's super colorful. So it goes with a lot of what I'm trying to go for here. Sorry for that noise. There's absolutely nothing I can do about it. So just bear with me. Okay, so we also have a grid or ledger paper. So I have a couple that kind of fit that. I also put this in for like multiple colors. I don't think I'm going to use that though. I think it's just going to be too light. So we're going to just put that off to the side because it's not really going to work. I found this piece, which is kind of like a grid. I thought that was really fun. It is a little bit lighter. It goes more with those, the cardstocks. So we'll see. But it could work if I used it just with like this. It would work really, really well. So it might not go with everything. And that's one of the things to think about, is that sometimes the papers don't necessarily go with every single paper, and that's okay. I also added this one, which is sort of a grid, but not really a grid. And as you can see, it's not a full sheet, but it has like a plaid, like, line. See, so this is what I mean. It has florals, but I'm not gonna cut that out. So this is Pink Paisley C'est La Vie collection. It's like really old. That's fine. But I really thought it went well with some of the darker colors. So I'm gonna keep it. And it's gonna work. So yeah. And then I also thought maybe I'd add this. It's not really a grid, but it does kind of go with that thought process. So it may or may not get used or not. This is a printable that I, when I was working with Teresa, when she was making her own patterns and stuff, this was one of the collections that was a printable. So it's digital and you can just print it and stuff. So it's really fun. It's pretty neutral. And then I also added this into it. It does not fit any of the criteria. Well, except for if you want to consider that this is a big floral, but I would not cut these out. I just wouldn't. But I really thought that this black and white would tie a lot of stuff together if I wanted to have it tied together. So I'm going to add that in there. So those are what I picked. Nice and bright and fun. And hopefully waiting for, you know, summer to come, even though it's not summer. So we have acrylic paint as one of our things. I have a ton of acrylic paint, but I have some blue and green, which I may put that in there. But I also have some of these. I have some really fun colors from Vicky Boutin, which I probably will end up adding these in more likely because these are more of the colors that kind of go in. But I'm not limiting myself. So I also have some of these Bad Girl Contour paints. Like this pink one is really bright. This one is a really nice color. And I have like a light pink. So I might add some of these. I just have them off to the side. So as you can see, my acrylic paint. That's not all of it, but it's a lot of what I've been using lately when I use them. So we have that. And we also have a geometric stencil. Now, let's see. I should have been a little bit more prepared, but I was thinking about what I had that I could use that I really enjoy. And I probably will add something like this in there because I can not just use it like with the paint, but I could also draw with it because that's my thing. I also have this, which I haven't used in a long time. This is not necessarily a stencil. Well, it is a stencil, but it's a different kind. It's a silk screen, so you can use paint with it and get a really thin layer. I also have this one, which obviously is loved. It's one of my favorites. So I'll probably put that in there, but I thought I had another one that I thought might go really well, but I don't know if I'll be able to find it. So let's see. I don't know. I have this one, but I don't think that's gonna go. So I guess we're just gonna keep it at that. I have this one too, and this one I don't really care for. It just doesn't give me a design that I really like. So we're gonna go with those three. But who knows? Because when I think about mixed media, I just like to kind of go with the flow, as a lot of you know. So also we have stamps, sequins, washi tape, family themed embellishments. That one was really hard. Hearts and labels and tags. So let's see. I actually thought that I have a ton of these citrus twist stamps. I think I'm going to try to add some of these in. There are a lot of like little word stuff, and I think that that will work really nicely. And this one's an Allie Edwards one. I also have Chamel in here too. So I think I'm going to add these and just try to use those. They're sitting in my windowsill. I actually, let's see. I have this one and this one, and I think for washi tape, I think that's all I'm going to stick with because I know I don't like using washi tape very often. So if I have something really simple and plain, like a black and white, and then this one is Dear Lizzie, and it has a whole bunch of different like circles and stuff. I know if I keep it simple, I will use them. If I don't, I won't, because I do not like washi tape. I have a ton of it, and I really don't like it. So I don't think I have anything else that I want to add to that. But let's see. So for hearts, I have this and this that I added. So as you can see, I had some big pieces of these already. So I added some tags that I had just lying around. These are Ellie Studio. They're black and white. I think they'll go pretty simply with them. There's a Vicky Boutin thing. I was trying to think about family. And I had all of these flowers. It doesn't really go family, but it'll go with that. So we're going with it. And just some plain tags so I can, if I want to, I can just add to those. I tried to keep the tags really simple. Now these were some of the things that were in one of the kits that I had. And these are like, you know, little things that you give out for raffles. But blessed, hello, I don't know. I may or may not use them. They're kind of light, so it'll depend on what I do with other stuff. So, like I said, these silver hearts, these yellow hearts. I thought these yellow ones will go really, really well. I also have this flag piece that says gorgeous. It goes with some other stuff that was similar, so I thought the color might work. It might not. I also had this that has hearts on it, and I was thinking I might cut them up. So these are freckled fawn. They're white and blue. I think that they can work. So for some of the family stuff, I have like big and this and happy. So this is from Cocoa Vanilla. I think I'm going to try to add that in there because I was thinking about some Cocoa Vanilla other stuff in with. I have some stickers from the Midnight collection, and all these little word stickers I thought kind of went with like family and stuff. So I'm gonna try to see if I can incorporate that. That's why I thought that this will go. This is not the Twilight though, or the Midnight. It's a different collection. I also have these hearts that are, gosh, I want to say they're Pink Fresh Studio, like early Pink Fresh Studio. They're really bright, so they'll go with some of the stuff. I also found these from Simple Stories, and they're sort of family. They're very like emoji and like kid stuff. So I thought that that might be kind of fun. There's some really bright colors in with those. We will see. I also added some of these. They have some family-like stuff. I thought the colors would, I could make the colors work. So I also wanted to add some Paige Evans, old ephemera that I had. I thought some of it had some of the colors, and I thought I could probably use it more for family. So like Extraordinary, Wonderful, like this is Friday Night Fun, and a lot of her stuff has more bright colors. So I thought I could probably try to get these to go. They might not, so we will see. Like I said, I had a really hard time because I don't have a ton of like, oh yeah, this is all, and I have, this is just all her stuff. It's not one collection together. I also had some more of her stuff, like some florals. So I think I'll keep these off to the side. They may or may not work. They might not be colorful. So I also picked some other stuff from some other stuff that I seen. So like flowers, Happy Moment Family. This is from the Midnight collection. So that ties in some Dear Lizzie, because there was some like week things, which it'll go with this. Die that I cut out some stuff. So this is Bloom. Yeah, so just a few things. I try not to go too crazy. I also grabbed these little labels because they're really bright colors. Those will go well with that. And then the last thing that I have is my alphas. So one of the alphas was like a small tile alpha or like word alphas. So which those will work well with that. But I also just grabbed some like black and some more black. And these are like a bright color. So that I thought would go well. Here's a blue. And then I grabbed some just word that were also in silver. So it'll go with the other silver. And to go with that, I added this. It's not necessarily a pattern, but it is holographic, so I thought that I could kind of use that. It plays on the pattern. I also have these, which were a stamp from Pink Fresh Studio that also had a die, but I don't have a die cutter anymore. So, but I can still cut these out. They're all really bright colors. Some of them you can't see, so maybe I can make use of some of these. But they're really cute. So, as you can see, they needed to be stamped out multiple times, but I still have the stamp somewhere. So if I can find it, in my stuff, maybe I will try to use it. I don't know. Might not. Also, for a pattern alpha, I thought that I would add these in. These are from Paige Evans. They have some brighter colors, so we'll see. It might not. And then just to add, in case I thought I needed a couple more alphas, I'm gonna put this, and it kind of has a pattern. It's not your typical pattern, but this is just more of a neutral, so I thought that that would go well with that kit as well. I'm pretty sure I won't have a problem with alphas, but you never know, right? You never really know. So my kit is big, but it's not really, so we'll see. Sometimes I have a really easy time and sometimes not so much. So the other last alpha that I put in are these jelly bean soup. They're all mixed in here. So it's just the letters. I thought that color would kind of go with some of the other colors. So that is my kit. It's super fun. I'm excited to use it. So join along with me while we create some stuff this month. Look out for all the other ladies and their kits. And I will see you guys later. Bye, guys.